All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is a continuation of my blind playthrough of RDR2 in 2025. And we're trying to acquire the Bear Claw Talisman. So last episode, we killed the Grizzly, so I have the Bear Claw. We, what was it? What else did I need? Darn it, I just looked this up, too. Oh, the chunk of quartz. Excuse me. So it's 4 p.m., about 60 degrees outside. We just went and acquired, at the end of last episode, a dinosaur bone. We mailed that off, so we're waiting to receive a chunk of quartz, which will probably be back at our camp. And we also are going to need... hold on. My keyboard's not working for some reason. Huh. There we go. All right, we're going to need a silver chain bracelet. I've been saying silver chain necklace. It's not a necklace, it's a bracelet. And we're in the right area for it. This is Emerald Ranch, and supposedly southeast of Emerald Ranch, there is right here, the Aberdeen Pig Farm. So let me get back to my controller here. Make a marker for there. Now this is supposed to be a guaranteed location for the silver chain bracelet.
Yeah.
And there's like a cutscene. Like there's a couple ways you could do this. You could go in there and you could just kill the whole family. And you can loot the bracelet off of one of the ladies. Or there's a cutscene that plays out if you, I'm assuming, talk to them. And then you can get the bracelet somehow, some way. Maybe we buy it or however it's gonna be, you know. So I plan on talking to them.
How's it going?
Oh, hey there.
Yeah.
All right. There's not a whole lot of change in the political news, so I don't have a ton to talk about. The one thing that is on my mind, is this the pig farm? Is there's a narrative building up that Trump is starting trade wars with his allies. Canada specifically is what's on my mind. Now, I've not researched what's going on with Mexico, so I don't have as much knowledge there. But with Canada, I think that's a blatant mischaracterization of what's going on. If you want to talk about who started a trade war, look at Canada's 250 to 370, I think, % tariffs on our dairy products. And there's a few other things. I just can't remember what they are at the moment. Of American goods that Canada has been putting multiple hundreds of % tariffs on for decades. For decades. And nobody talks about it. Now that's where I start to get upset, because you're giving me news that America and Donald Trump are starting a trade war. And you're obfuscating facts from me. That makes me suspect you're a liar. So I'm talking about the mainstream media, right? Let's go ahead and
Don't be shy, partner.
look at this.
No such thing as a stranger here.
Hello, mister.
Well, you look like you need to take a load off.
Well, ain't this a rare treat? Why didn't you tell me we had guests coming? I'd have fixed myself up nice.
Oh, now you know you look perfect, princess.
I ain't no guest, miss. I'm just passing through.
Oh, nonsense. Well, come on in. Rest a while. And we got food on the stove and a bottle of the good stuff we've been saving.
It's decided then. I'm gonna go freshen up.
I appreciate the offer, but I best be on my way.
Oh, come on now. How you gonna turn down a hot meal and good company? I'll go open that bottle.
These people seem like they eat people.
Hey, there he is. Come on in. Come on. I hope she ain't primping for hours up there. We'll never eat. Go check on her, will you?
What?
Well, just go hurry her up a little. She won't listen to me. Go on, partner. She won't mind.
It seems like another thing that doesn't really fit in this era.
Well, look who it is. You are hungry, ain't you?
Nah, I think I just lost my appetite.
It's all right. Looking ain't a crime. You go on and have a seat at the table. I'll be down in a minute.
He, just asked me to check on you, that's all.
Oh, you don't need to make any excuses. No, sirree.
Okay.
You should be careful, miss. Inviting strangers in your home like this.
Oh, I'm a very good judge of character. I see the look in your eyes.
Ugh, weirdos. Degenerate weirdos.
And there was me thinking you was the bashful type.
Alright, well, I take it she's the one wearing the bracelet we need.
She'll, be down in just a minute.
Woohoo! That is what I like to hear. Hey, now pull up a chair, partner. Oh, hey!
Hey!
Ain't this just about perfect? One of them moments you wish could last forever.
Well, like I said, I can't stay for long.
Then look at us, like a couple of old friends. Ah, it's a short life, but a merry one.
Here we are, all the fixins'. I hope you boys left some room in your trousers.
That smells delicious. The food don't smell too bad neither.
Oh, stop it, you! How do you like it?
It's good. Different. That meat is so tender. You know what? This place used to be a pig farm when we was kids. Before we lost our ma and pa. Horrible business.
Horrible.
But we still got each other, ain't that right, honey
These two are
pie?
brother and
We
sister.
still know how to have a hog killing time.
Look at the
There,
look on his
there,
face.
That's for you.
Yeah.
There.
We eating people, aren't we?
Where are my manners? Drinks.
Yeah, I could definitely use a drink.
Woo-hoo! That stuff will put hair on your chest.
Oh, I doubt he needs that.
We're the only
Let's
one who
loosen
drank.
you up some more.
What the heck's in the bottle?
Come on, honey.
I appreciate the hospitality, folks, but I best be on my way.
No, already? I thought we was gonna have some fun together. Oh.
Yeah. I just think people like you probably cast out a lot of evil ripple effects. And I wasn't about to end up in that pot. Homeboy took a lot of shots, though. Tell you the truth, I don't know if I want anything out of here besides that bracelet. I don't trust these people. And this is the kind of stuff that feels like it would have the taint of witchcraft on it or something, you know? Be cursed in some way, shape, or form. They said the pigs were gone, right? Turkeys. Okay, well, if they had pigs, I'd bring the bodies out here. Dump them in this pen, but they don't have any. So we're just gonna leave. I didn't like that. I don't like the mission. I didn't think there was a good chance of us getting out of there alive. And I don't think those are the kinds of people that really help society build and develop. I think they're the kind of people that put a glass ceiling on society and get kids hurt. (9 p.m.) Well,
Yep.
tell you what, we're gonna ride away from here, Spot, and set up camp. I'll eat the canned salmon also. Alright, call it good.
Yep.
Ah, we have unopened mail. We can pick it up at the post office. Good deal. Let's, go a little ways further. We got over here. People, I guess people are camping out all over the place.
Yeah.
Whoa, is that a meeting?
Easy. Okay.
Settle down, my friend. Settle down.
Oh my goodness, it's the KKK.
Here for a very special occasion. It is imperative that we reestablish sanity and supremacy before it is too late.
Yeah, it's straight up the KKK, man.
Yep.
Alright. Well, there doesn't seem to be anywhere not occupied. So we're gonna go and set up right here, I think. Let's go one more hill. There's a town. I think that's a town. Seems like a storm is incoming. Okay, let's sleep until noon. I probably should have gone morning. 7 hours is enough. Oh well. Still got the deputy badge. Okay, how's Arthur looking weight-wise? Yeah, underweight. So, minty plump bird. Followed by biscuits. I don't think so. Baked beans. Okay, that's basically a full meal. So that's probably the KKK meeting. I don't know, it says stranger. But we're looking for... Where's Emerald? Okay, here's Emerald Ranch. We want to go back to this post office. I was going to take us back to camp because I figured it would show up at our bunk.
Hey there, girl.
Like maybe one of the camp members, their job is to check mail for everybody in town and bring it back. That's what I was thinking. But since we got the notice and it told us that we just need to go to the post office ourselves, then instead of going to camp, we'll go to the Emerald Post Office. So yeah, on the tariff situation, it seems to me like there's a couple things going on. One, Trump is absolutely adamant on getting the border secured for the U.S. And the way that he sees it, and I completely agree, is because it's a border, it's a shared interest and shared responsibility between the two nation states that are sharing the border. So he's using tariffs as a way to leverage Canada into spending money on border security, which, as I understand it, they've agreed to. Now, I don't know. That was a little while ago, so I don't know if they reneged or if they're not doing what they promised they would do. I don't really, or if they are. I don't know what the development is there. But then, secondarily, Trump has this idea of getting American production back up to speed. And in order to do that, he wants to have us return to making our own goods. And in order to accomplish that, he does not want us buying foreign goods. And then at the same time, he doesn't want our exports to be overwhelmingly tariffed to the point that they can't compete whatsoever in a foreign market. So he is telling Canada to drop these tariffs or he's going to up his in certain areas. Well, Canada has responded by saying, you want a trade war, we'll give you one. Basically, that's what it seems like to me, trying to look at it from their perspective, which again is not acknowledging the fact that they've been tariffing the hell out of us on certain things for a really long time.
Just a moment, please.
Receive mail.
What you need?
There we go. Okay, now we should be able to go back to here to get our talisman.
You have a good one.
So I'm trying to loop my way around to the other thing. There's the using tariffs as a way to create leverage to work out diplomacy specifically on the border security issue. And then the other thing is to use tariffs in order to get rid of income tax and promote America producing its own stuff again. Which it seems to me that there's been a concerted effort to get America to become what's called a service provider nation. In other words, we don't make our own goods anymore. This would be like the opposite of Russia. We import all that stuff, and we export goods and services. Or not even goods, just services. You know, like customer support. Well, I guess that's not true. I can't really think. Like internet service or something like that. We don't really produce anything. We don't manufacture anymore. And I think Trump's trying to kick back against that. In other words, let me put it this way. Now, this is just me speculating. I don't know. I can't speak for Donald Trump. But, it seems like to me that if a neighboring nation like Canada had no tariffs whatsoever, 0% tariffs on any American goods, we would also have 0% tariffs provided you're doing your part that we've agreed upon for national security up there in Canada. Not national security, I'm sorry, border security.
Yeah.
So as long as border security is a shared responsibility between the two nations, and I would assume a 50-50 responsibility, maybe even 60-40 with us taking the lion's share. I don't really know. I don't know what Trump has angled for here. And there's no tariffs placed on our goods, then there would be no tariffs placed on Canadian goods. That's what it seems like to me. Now, if that's the truth of it, then I would like somebody to explain to me how that's an unreasonable request.
Slow it up.
One of the users told me that this is what they used to do. They would gosh, he explained it in his comment. They would get a tree, they would break a tree, like, you know, bend it this way on purpose to cause landmarks. And that this is something they've been doing for a real long time. So this is actually not fake. It is man-made. Trees don't grow like that naturally, obviously. But it's not outlandish. It's something that through human intervention we can make a tree grow like that. I thought that was real interesting. Yeah, so I would like to know from anybody who cares to comment how that's an unreasonable position. Fulfill your responsibility, your share of the responsibility on border security, and don't tariff our goods. And then we won't do the same to you. But if you do, if you renege in either of these responsibilities, then we will trade war you into the grave. How is that not a reasonable response? So all that to say, I keep hearing the left say that Trump is losing support. No, he's not. There's not a single place that I find him losing support, and none of the polls show that. What the polls show is the opposite. He is one of the, by far, by a long stretch, a country mile, he is the most popular president in the modern era. His policies, how he goes about doing things, and the way that he's affecting change. People are hugely, hugely in favor of this. And that's it's such a wide majority that it cannot possibly be partisan.
So,
It's not partisan. It's across the political spectrum. I saw something today, a picture that said the media's job today is to convince you that the popular opinion is that the opinion of 10% of the country is the opinion of the majority of the country. That's how it was phrased. The media's job today is to convince you that the opinion of only 10% of the country appears to be the opinion of the entire country. Oh, here we go.
Welcome back,
I was walking in the wrong place.
Buying or selling?
Buying, I think.
All made to measure.
All right, items. No. Where would I get this from? Okay, let's look this up.
All the way from here to the border. The
Alt tab,
and I've never been
RDR2, Bear Claw, Talisman. This might be gotten, maybe we get this back at the camp. Oh no, that's right, I remember. It's sold by a fence for $34.75. Okay. Any fence? It looks like it. Okay. Where's my nearest fence? It would be here at Emerald Station, I think. No. Yeah. Right there. Okay. Away we go. So I should have done that whenever I was back at Emerald Station. Where's my horse?
Chaps and boots made here, folks.
And so that's about all I have on politics. No, there was one more thing. I don't even know if I should be calling it politics. To me, these are just current events, but everything, we live in a polarized society. I want to talk about that, actually, so that everything becomes political. This is why I'm so happy to have an outsider in Washington. I think that the DC insiders are the closest thing to Nazi Germany that I've seen since Nazi Germany. You know, they're always accusing the right of being fascist. These people act more like fascists, and they lean left. So that's why I like to use the term authoritarian. Whenever I say they act like the Nazis more than I've seen since the Nazis, there are a few different things you can look at with Nazis. Anti-Semitism, for example, was a big core component. Okay. Well, I'm not looking at that aspect. I'm looking at authoritarianism. And I watched a movie. Everybody should watch this movie, man. It was really good. It's a foreign-made movie, so you have to be comfortable watching subtitles unless you speak Austrian. I guess that would be Deutsch. But it was really well done, and it was called The Final Days of Sophie Scholl. It's about the White Rose Resistance, which is one of the most incredible moments in history for the modern era that I can think, for me personally, is what I want to say. It has had a big impact on me. And I remember when she's first being interviewed, that she tries to claim that she's apolitical. Well, one of the problems with Nazi Germany is that absolutely everything became political. If you didn't render the Sieg Heil salute, that was grounds to be reported to the Gestapo and arrested. In any normal time in history, and just about anywhere else, the way that you greeted somebody would not be considered political. but in Nazi Germany it was. It was a sign. It was what you chose to do there was a sign on whether you were a friend or an enemy. And so it became political because that's tied directly to who's in charge. And that I started noticing the same thing happening here in America. It happened with the culture wars when the left began to politicize absolutely everything. And that was the rise of cancel culture. If you were spotted at the wrong rally, you could be called up. People would find out, they would stalk you, they would find out where you worked at, call your company, and report you being a fascist sympathizer with no evidence whatsoever, just the fact that you were at a rally and you weren't on the right side in their eyes. You see how that's rubber stamping people? All right, let's go talk to this guy.
Been a while since you were through here.
All right, got a tomahawk, baked beans. I want to remember 90 cents at the fence, and I want to find out what they cost in the store. Ah, doggone it. Weapons, provisions, kit, masks, documents.
I never asked a question about an acquisition in my life.
Oh, you can learn how to make these things. Oh, they're expensive, man. Okay, doggone it, we gotta look it up.
Stay safe.
Alright, alt-tabbing. The Bear Claw Talisman in Red Dead Redemption 2 can be crafted by obtaining a legendary bear claw, a silver chain bracelet, and a quartz chunk, which can then be sold to a fence for $34.75. This talisman decreases the speed at which the health core drains by 10%, making it useful for extending the player's health duration in fights. To get the legendary bear claw, you need to hunt and skin a legendary bear, which can be found just above the second eye and grizzlies on the map. The silver chain bracelet can be looted from dead bodies or found in houses, and the quartz chunk can be obtained by completing a test of faith quest or by sending the coordinates of a dinosaur bone back to the quest giver. Okay, so it says we need to sell him the parts.
What? I don't cater to second thoughts. Okay, let's see.
All right. You know what? I feel like creating a save point here.
It's worth buying. I'll buy it.
Silver chain bracelet.
Oh, yes. People lose these all the time.
Where's that quartz at? Provisions, documents, valuables, kit, materials, legendary bear claw, and quartz chunk.
Donations welcome. Better than giving it to the church.
You sure about that? Alright, now what about buy? Masks, kit. Dang, man. High roller revolver. Locked. Huh. Okay, I have to go to YouTube. See if there's a guide. RDR2. How to get the bear claw talisman. All right, 12 minutes and 44 seconds. Stand by for me. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. And it's right in the menu. So here we are. We're at Seamus. I've reloaded it so that I have the silver chain bracelet on me again. And I was looking at sell, buy, and I've got tunnel vision. I never saw craft. Craft is what we
After a
want.
little tchotchke, are we?
And there it is.
Here.
Now it says recipe.
I just hope nobody's missing this too much.
Okay, so do I have the talisman on me now?
Just between...
Provisions, tonics, ingredients, materials, kit, keepsakes, herbivore bait, hair pomade. Well, I have another talisman and it's not listed in this area, so don't quite know where to double check this at.
Won't you?
That's the log. Journal. It shouldn't be in the journal. Clement's Point. Apparently there's gold or women or something at the root of this, and it's gold we want. And if it's gold, we want it. Okay, I've read that already. $7 p.m. Items. I guess we'll go back to camp where I can look at what I have equipped, like access my footlocker. What are we looking at here? 38 minutes. Camp. It's gonna be down here. All right. So I was talking earlier about how everything being political in an authoritarian regime, and that I noticed that it was getting like that in America, and it began with that cancel culture thing and the left engaging in the culture wars. That's a old play out of an old playbook. It's communist related to my understanding, and it's what you want to do is you want to polarize the nation. That's why you make everything political, so that you have to take a stance. And that way you kind of know who's who, and then you begin to subvert from there. This is over a century old. That's why I say Marxists look at themselves as being on the forward edge of a progressive society. They're not. They are yesterday's news. They're a relic, a part of an old era, slowly going the way of the buffalo. They just don't know it. So,
Yeah, I guess I'll settle down one of these days.
one of the things that I saw then, and what caused me to talk about everything being political, is I was trying to decide if what I'm about to talk about here, is this really political or is it just a current event? You know? So, we arrested the guy that was one of the major leaders for the pro-Hamas protest that happened at Columbia University. People have a right to protest, but you have to do that peaceably. And this was done in ways that violate things. Like they took over public areas and then broke down furniture and stuff to bar doors and things like that. That's not a protest. So you're not protected by the law. That's my opinion on it. but most especially if you're not a citizen. And that's what this guy was. He's just a green card holder. So First Amendment protections don't apply to him. I don't think the First Amendment applies to anybody here. I think you broke the law. But apparently it would probably be like a long court case battle to find out if that's actually true or not, which is a very leftist tactic, is to drag things out whenever Republicans are in charge, to just kind of slow roll everything. Well, this guy, we arrested him in New York. And a New York judge stepped in shortly after the arrest and said, no, you can't deport him yet. I want counsel for both parties to report before me on Wednesday to find out if this is legal or not. Seems reasonable, right? It's not. Nothing that comes out of the Southern District of New York is reasonable. That is as political a branch as you can get. These people are bought and paid for, or they're bribed or coerced or compromised. That's an operation there. The entirety of there's not a single solitary innocent person there, in my opinion. It is completely entrenched with political activists who are given power and prestige for the price of performing when called upon. And this judge was called upon in this instance. The problem for him is that the Trump administration was 2 steps ahead, and they had immediately shipped this guy to Louisiana and held him in Louisiana. And the way that the law reads is that if there's anything brought before a judge questioning this dude's rights or whatever, or whether you can deport him, it has to be brought in the locale that he's kept in. So he was arrested in New York and whisked away to Louisiana. So this New York judge, by the time he filed, that dude's gone.
It's me.
Welcome back, Arthur.
And so this New York judge doesn't have jurisdiction. Now that's smart. And I regret that we're having to play these kinds of games. But that begins with activist judges that are not being judges. They're paid for in some way, shape, or form. They're bought. And so the game's not fair. So we're having to work loopholes just like they work loopholes until we can get this thing ironed out. And who knows when that happens, but I believe that I came up with a phrase back in 2020 that I've stuck to ever since then. The left picked a fight with a god they don't believe in, and they're finding out what that feels like. And what it feels like is that your entire house of cards is burning down around you. Oh, let's go get some food. How's Arthur looking? Still underweight. So we'll eat.
Arthur!
Charles.
Arthur! People are talking. You stopped. You stopped working for us all.
How'd you mean?
No money in the box for ages. Come on, son. You're the best man among us. Don't go weak on me now. Please.
I've been sort of busy, Dutch. I'll get back to it.
Thank you, son.
Kid, you want a job done well? You take this fella along.
Is that so?
Mr. Escuela, do you right. I mean, they'll frighten all the birds out of the trees. Look, things are all gentle and calm now. But in the moment,
Okay.
I've seen grown men piss themselves. I am talking a puddle of piss, all because of the way he looked at them. And this was one of them. This big, tough bastard just gives this look. You know, one of those I'm about to explode moments. I thought we'd be counting corpses in a minute. Only Javier here, get this, Javier just gives one look. And the bastard turns to jelly.
Well, next time, then, you boys bring me. Yeah, I want to live. One hot head is enough. Excuse me.
Okay. So I ate.
Literally. A puddle of piss.
Let's go. Well, let's acquiesce to Dutch's request. I guess we've been gone from camp for a little while, and that absence has been missed. We'll contribute. Let's give items. So this is $6 worth. Another $3 worth. And then contribute again. Give money. $50. Okay. Now let's go visit the Foot Locker. Whoa.
Still not quite sure why you're dressed as a lawman.
I'm not sure why you just phased in front of me. Karen don't even look like herself. She's supposed to be blonde, isn't she?
You all right?
Yeah, I like this spot. It's a shame we never robbed that bank in Valentine, though.
Yeah, I guess it is. Well, I should get back to it.
Sure, Arthur.
Okay, change clothing. Talismans. Okay, I've got both. Oh, look, it's on our belt buckle. Dude, that's cool. Permanently decreases the speed at which the health core drains by 10, and the Eagle Talon permanently increases the time that Eagle Eye can stay active by 5 seconds. Okay, that's neat. Now, there was some stuff with some stars on it. Satchels. Okay. I'm wondering if maybe we ought to start trying to make a new satchel.
Okay. Think I'm gonna turn in.
Oh, I kind of like that Nuevo. Let's go with that. Offhand holster. Upgraded. What's it do? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't like how it looks as much, and it doesn't do anything special, so I'll stay with the regular. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. Let's go no bandolier for a little while. Have more of a gunslinger look. I like the neckerchief. We'll take that. Alright. Good enough. Deluxe Relentless Boots. Are those black and silver? That's hot. I'm gonna take that. I like them. Lightweight item, good in hot weather, no protection from the cold. What did I have on? Or plated. Lightweight. They're all lightweight. Okay.
This sulking, it's becoming very tiresome.
Everything's tiresome to you these days.
Oh my
You've
goodness.
barely touched me in weeks.
Oh my
What do
gosh.
you want from me?
To be treated with some respect and affection. All them out there, there laughing at me.
You think this is the way to a man's affection? Moping and pestering all the damn day?
Oh, I can do a lot worse than that.
Is that a threat? Another great way to a man's
She wants you to pay
affection.
attention to her.
Gladly.
I could see both sides on that one. Dudes get frustrated like we're busy. You know? Holy smokes. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a very good defense. All right, we're gonna hit sleep. We'll just sleep till morning. Okay. How are we looking? Doggone it. Okay, in the next episode, provided I remember, we're gonna go to town and stock up on like biscuits and crackers and stuff. Because Arthur needs to be eating better throughout the day. I have plenty of meat. I don't have the sides that I need to go with it. So, let's go to story, save game. We'll get rid of this save right here. And we'll overwrite this. And that'll do it for this episode, guys. This was Tuesday's episode. It's coming out at 4 p.m. today because, I don't know, lately I've not been able to record on the weekend, which is where I typically get ahead. So I've been recording either the day before or the day of. And if it's the day of, it's not going to come out at 8 a.m. It'll come out at 4 p.m. So that's why today's episode's coming out at 4 p.m. It's, gosh, is it even? Yeah, it's 1:15 my time, so it should release. I'll get it uploaded right away, and it should release at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, US. All right, guys, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I sure hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.